Afternoon, good evening, good night. It's not, well, good morning for some of you that are on the other side of the world. Good morning to you guys. Thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Take off your shoes, leave it at the door. Come have a sit on the couch and just curl up and listen with me here today. Thank you all so very much for joining me this Sunday evening, afternoon for some of us. I appreciate you all for joining me here today. As usual, public service announcement. I would like all of my wonderful, wonderful Jamaican people to please, I have to remind you, please, please, please go and register yourself to vote. Tell a friend, bring a family member, bring a neighbor, bring a somebody out the community, anybody that need assistance to get to wherever they need. Please go register yourself and take somebody with you. The voting rolls or the list is a constant thing. It's constantly going. The last list that came out with registered voters was November 30th. So now it's continuing. The next roll of list with names will come out May 31st of 2025. So please, please, please continue to get yourselves and other people and members of the community, your family, everybody, go out and register to vote, because we all see where the country is going. It's full of corruption. We got to get it out. It's full of crookedness. We have to get it out. And once you register, when they call the election, by all means, by any means necessary, please, my wonderful people, go and vote. Go out and vote for yourself, your family, your country, your community, for your life, because your life depends on it. Your life depends on it. And I implore all of you, please don't just register and say, okay, I'm register. And when election call, man, I saw the thing set. Me not about to waste my time. No, don't do it. I don't care who you vote for. Just vote, because your vote is your voice. You can't say nothing if you're not going to vote and then things don't go your way or how you would hope it would go. You can't say nothing because you never vote. So, it's kind of either put up or shut up kind of thing. Put up, go vote, or shut up if you didn't vote. Okay, my lovely people, thank you so very much for joining me today. I do appreciate you all so very much. I love all of you for being here on this Sunday evening with me. Now, look, family. Wanna see my headline, right? Wanna see what I have. Jamaica's economy versus Burkina Faso's economy. I have been tinkering around and catching little videos here and there from on Burkina Faso and its new president, Ibrahim Traore. And this man, who absolutely loves his country, has been working it, and with the help of its citizens, to make Burkina Faso better, self-sufficient, just not relying on outside sources and resources, because they come to find out that all the outside resources are just, they're only in it for their own gain. They don't care about the people of Burkina Faso, anybody, any citizen or country in Africa. They don't care about them. They just care about for them bottom line. You understand? So I'm questioning, can Jamaica become another Burkina Faso? Do we have the potential? Yes to both questions. Jamaica can become another Burkina Faso. Jamaica can become another Singapore. We have the potential. Just like how Singapore took our blueprint and made it their own and worked it. That blueprint to make Singapore what it is today, Jamaica can be just as prosperous as Singapore, or be on the uprising in prosperity like Burkina Faso. We can do it. All we need to do is get rid of the crooked, corrupt, criminal, crime, lying people in politics. Just get rid of them. And the way we do that is by voting their backside out of office, them crooked teeth himself out of office. We can do it. We absolutely can do it. I had a very long video that I had to chop up in pieces because my streaming app don't want me to be fabulous and just play the whole video so y'all can hear. But just listen to, I broke it up into bits and pieces. Yeah, we can discuss in between each clip. Just listen to some of the amazing things that President Ibrahim Traoré is doing with Burkina Faso. This man, this president, he wants and he means good for his country. He has rallied all his citizens to help themselves transform their country. And we can do that too if we don't have such crooked leaders in our country.
African countries cannot develop and build infrastructures without the help of the West. Well, that has been the narrative for a very long time. However, the countries in the Sahel region have begun to change this narrative under the leadership of the military leaders. Burkina Faso and Mali, for instance, recently reported that they had paid a huge amount of their domestic debt without the help of the West. And right now, Burkina Faso has just achieved another milestone with the inauguration of its first locally funded tomato factory. This is amazing. But how will this factory revolutionize Burkina Faso's agricultural sector? Let's find out. According to recent reports, President Traoré inaugurated Burkina Faso's first locally funded tomato processing factory. You see, one of the core visions of Traoré's administration is to transform Burkina Faso's agricultural sector. According to reports, Burkina Faso's agricultural sector engages 80 to 90% of the Burkinabe population. This means that agriculture is the backbone of the Burkinabe's economy, contributing about 30 to 40% to the GDP. However, Traoré realized that just like most African countries, Burkina Faso has not fully developed its agricultural sector. Specifically, in 2021, Burkina Faso produced 290,000 tons of tomatoes, yet much of it was sold at exploitative prices, and much more was wasted as a result of a lack of proper storage facilities. Before we proceed, despite this abundance, West Africa depends heavily on imported canned tomatoes, particularly from Italy and Europe. This is a result of inadequate processing facilities, poor storage facilities, and a lack of investment in agro-industries.
Okay, let's say you want...
While several countries such as Ghana and Nigeria have established tomato processing facilities, these facilities are still not enough to stop the massive importation and dependence on foreign tomato paste. This is because many of the factories face operational challenges such as inconsistent tomato supply, poor maintenance, and insufficient government support. On the other hand, West Africa's dependence on imported canned tomatoes, especially from Italy, can be traced to the superior packaging, shelf life, and consistent quality of imported products. However, Burkina Faso's tomato facility promises to be a game changer with a processing capacity of 100 tons of tomatoes per day. This will help not just Burkina Faso, but West Africa to achieve self-sufficiency. The tomato facility is a testament to Traore's commitment to the Burkinabe agricultural industry. But this is not the only development project that Traore has launched in Burkina Faso's agricultural sector. But before we talk about the other agricultural projects, let's talk about the current state of Africa's agricultural sector. Now, is it not extremely disappointing that Africa has yet to achieve its food self-sufficiency target despite its vast fertile land? According to the World Report on Food Crises 2022, around 140 million people in Africa are affected by severe food insecurity, with at least 1 in 5 Africans going to bed hungry. The situation is particularly dire when insecurity are rampant, forcing citizens to abandon their farms and homes in search of safety. The situation has become so dire that most African countries have become heavily dependent on foreign aid and food imports to feed their growing populations. This is painful and heartbreaking, as Africa has everything it needs to be self-sufficient in food. So what is the problem? It is because agriculture in Africa is not getting enough attention. The agricultural sector is dominated by subsistence farmers who use simple means to grow crops mainly for their own consumption. This means that the amount produced on the continent is not enough to feed the population, which is why food imports are on the rise.
Something as basic as tomatoes. Tomatoes. We start with tomatoes. People can grow tomato in a paint pan, in a cutout motor tire, dig a hole, couple of holes in your backyard, on your side yard. If you don't have no big yard, back, side, and front, side piece, get some paint can, all kerosene pan. You can grow stuff. I mean, granted, yes, it won't be to the point of being able to feed your entire community. But if the community at large start out planting tomato, our soil is fertile. To rot it is so fertile, it's unbelievable. If we start out, one group in the community start out plant tomato, at the same time another group start planting corn, we can be sustainable. We all different kinds of vegetables, and people with bigger land space can plant even more. Lettuce, pepper, sweet pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, scallion, thyme. Oh my God, callaloo. Look here, cane, sugar cane. And I'm only telling you all these things because I have these things in pot on my patio. I have pineapple in a pot on my patio. I have ginger, I have turmeric. Me had a ginger plant that I planted from a bulb a little over a year ago in a pot, and it started growing and it was outgrowing the pot. So I said, I put it out the door. I took it out the pot, put it outside of the patio in the ground, and just kind of literally, honestly, kind of forgot about it. And my maintenance guys were fixing our sprinklers today. I'm gonna say, you know what, come on, dig up the ginger tree. You know, it's kind of tall because it's over 6 feet tall now. It's been in the ground a year. And the guy dig up this something for me. If you want to see how much ginger me get out of the one plant that was over 6 feet tall, that I have several bulbs that were regrowing again, that I'm going to put back out there in the dirt. If you see ginger, what me get from one single plant, me said something them big and thick. The total what me get from the one plant, I would venture to say no less than 5 pounds. 5 pounds of ginger. And my turmeric, me just pull them up yesterday out of the pot. Them small, but them still thick. And me get about 1 pound of turmeric. And me go replant 1 turmeric plant and replant 1 ginger plant. We can do this because government now support no kind of agriculture in our country. They now support it. My gosh. Oh, Lord.
Was made known by
Let me go
Korean
back. Continue with the
Traore, the
video.
general
Here,
manager
darlings.
of the Agency for the Promotion of Popular Shareholders, APEC. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony, President Traore lauded the initiative and the Burkinabe people for their overwhelming support for the project. Today is a great day. I thank those who understood our mission and signed up in masses, and I encourage those who were skeptical to join the movement, he said. Traore went on to emphasize the importance of endogenous development, which means relying on local resources and efforts to drive growth. According to Traore, we can only develop by ourselves. He further urged factory workers to set an example for others to follow and inspire greater participation in APEC projects. Interestingly, the tomato facility is just
Sickle Cell Warriors.
one of many projects spearheaded by APEC. APEC was established in February 2023 by President Traore to harness local resources for national development. And since then, it has been doing a remarkable job. During the inauguration ceremony of the tomato facility, President Traore announced that there are plans to open a similar facility in Yako in the north in the coming months. There are also plans to open a similar facility in the East Center region of Burkina Faso. All these projects align with Traore's broader vision of economic resilience and sustainability in Burkina Faso. The tomato processing facility in the Bobo Dioulasso factory represents a crucial solution to the long-standing issue of tomato wastage in Burkina Faso. Burkinabe farmers have often faced dire circumstances where they are forced to sell their produce at exploitative prices or left to rot due to a lack of preservation and processing facilities. However, the plant offers a sustainable alternative, ensuring better value for their produce and a stable market. The inauguration of the facility signals a new era of self-reliance for Burkina Faso. With its success, the government hopes to inspire more citizens to participate in initiatives like APEC. Now, the tomato processing facility is more than just a factory. It is actually a step towards gaining economic sovereignty in Burkina Faso. With this facility, Burkina Faso no longer needs to rely on expensive imported tomato puree for domestic consumption. This means that Burkinabe consumers will now have access to better quality and more affordable prices of tomato puree. One of the most impressive aspects of the facility is the speed at which it was constructed. As we stated earlier, it took just 462 days. This is amazing and inspirational. The speed of the construction shows a level of commitment and efficiency that is rarely seen in African infrastructural projects. Think about it.
This clip I'm about to play, I think I should have played this
And
before.
countries cannot develop and build infrastructures without the help of the
Not in
West.
order. It's not in
That has
order.
been the narrative for a very long time. However, the countries in the Sahel region have begun to change this narrative under the leadership of the military leaders. Burkina Faso and Mali, for instance, recently reported that they had paid a huge amount of their domestic debt without the help of the West. And right now, Burkina Faso has just achieved another milestone with the inauguration of its first locally funded tomato factory. This is amazing. But how will this factory revolutionize? It is usual to hear of government projects. It is usual to hear of government projects being delayed, postponed, or even abandoned for one reason or the other. Most of the time, it is usually caused by
I don't know what's going on.
Despite this
But the
abundance,
little duck
West
don't want
Africa
to be,
depends
want to
heavily
be, to
on
be
imported canned
fabulous, but
tomatoes,
I'm working at
particularly
it
from Italy and
anyway.
Europe. This is a result of inadequate processing facilities, poor storage facilities, and a lack of investment in agro-industries.
Okay, let's say you want
While several countries such as Ghana and Nigeria have established tomato processing facilities, these facilities are still not enough to stop the massive importation and dependence on foreign tomato paste. This is because many of the factories face operational challenges such as inconsistent tomato supply, poor maintenance, and insufficient government support. On the other hand, West Africa's dependence on imported canned tomatoes, especially from Italy, can be traced to the superior packaging, shelf life, and consistent quality of imported products. However, Burkina Faso's tomato facility promises to be a game changer with a processing capacity of 100 tons of tomatoes per day. This will help not just Burkina Faso, but West Africa to achieve self-sufficiency. The tomato facility is a testament to Traore's commitment to the Burkinabe agricultural industry. But this is not the only development project that Traore has launched in Burkina Faso's agricultural sector. But before we talk about the other agricultural projects, let's talk about the current state of Africa's agricultural sector. Now, is it not extremely disappointing that Africa has yet to achieve its food self-sufficiency target despite its vast fertile land? According to the World Report on Food Crises 2022, around 140 million people in Africa are affected by severe food insecurity, with at least 1 in 5 Africans going to bed hungry. The situation is particularly dire when insecurity are rampant, forcing citizens to abandon their farms and homes in search of safety. The situation has become so dire that most African countries have become heavily dependent on foreign aid and food imports to feed their growing populations. This is painful and heartbreaking, as Africa has everything it needs to be self-sufficient in food. So what is the problem? It is because agriculture in Africa is not getting enough attention. The agricultural sector is dominated by subsistence farmers who use simple means to grow crops mainly for their own consumption. This means that the amount produced on the continent is not enough to feed the population, which is why food imports are on the rise.
Last clip, people. Last clip. I'm going to redo this, I'm going to play the
In fact, part of Traore's 2024 goal is to achieve food self-sufficiency. To achieve this goal, his administration has left no stone unturned, launching 2 major agricultural programs in 2023 called the Agricultural Offensive Operation and the Presidential Initiative for Food Self-Sufficiency. In February 2024, the Traore government launched an African Development Bank-backed project to strengthen the country's food security amid the impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The African Development Bank Group provided $38.4 million to support the project. The project was named the Burkina Faso Emergency Project to increase agricultural production. It also plans to provide nearly 9,000 tons of certified climate-adapted seeds to 330,000 farmers to increase production of maize, rice, soybeans, cowpeas, sorghum, and wheat. The implementation of the program is expected to increase the country's rice production by 430,000 tons and maize production by 707,000 tons, as well as increase yields of other crops. Interestingly, the project complements the agro-pastoral offensive launched last year. In March 2024, Traore distributed more than 78 billion CFA francs worth of equipment and agricultural inputs to local producers to improve agricultural productivity in Burkina Faso. The distribution of farm equipment to local producers is part of the government's efforts to promote food self-sufficiency and strengthen the agriculture, livestock, and fisheries sectors. Under Traore's leadership, a significant increase in support for agriculture, livestock, and livestock producers for 2024 was announced. President Traore highlighted the significant increase in funding, saying that the equipment and fertilizer provided this year far exceeds previous allocations. This year, we will provide twice as much equipment compared to 2023 and more than 5 times the average distribution of the past 5 years. Similarly, about 68,900 tons have been allocated for the supply of chemical fertilizers, more than double the amount distributed in 2023, and more than 5 times the average of the past 5 years, he said. The equipment includes 400 tractors, 230 tillers, and 700 motor pumps. In addition, 70,000 motorcycles have been purchased for agricultural agents tasked with providing assistance to farmers. The government also provided agricultural inputs, including 10,000 tons of fish feed, 68,000 tons of fertilizer, 10,000 liters of pesticide products, 18,000 tons of plant seeds, 2,300 tons of feed seeds, and 10,000 tons of concentrated feed. President Traoré continued.
Family, this is what I wanted y'all to hear. This last part here. I'm going to play it again, but look how, and listen, did you hear how this man is just supporting his country and his people and rallying his people to help in the country? Look how much tractor and motorcycle for agricultural inspectors he provided. Look how many machinery this man provided for his country out of the country's budget, taxpayers' money to provide for his country, to bring them up for their prosperity. Want to see prosperity? This man, Ibrahim Traoré, is walking in the footsteps of a previous president, Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara was doing the same thing that Ibrahim Traoré is doing right now. And the bastards take him out. They assassinated him October 15th of 1987. He was assassinated by troops led by this other dirty John Blaise Compaoré, who after him killed the man, he took over leadership of the country right after. And he was in power until 10 years ago, 2014, when they had the uprising. 2014, when Burkina Faso had the uprising. He didn't get charged for Sankara's murder until 2021. He was formally charged and found guilty for the murder of Sankara by a military tribunal. And that's where Ibrahim Traoré took over and continued in Thomas Sankara's footsteps to build up the country piece by piece, inch by inch, one person at a time, helping to build up their country. Oh my goodness, may I ignore all my wonderful people in the comment section. I'm healing up. Beat and Teach, welcome, darling. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Jason Kane, up. Thank you, darling, for being here with me. Amazing Grace. Hey, family, how are you? I'm doing all right. Christine Gilbert, thank you for being here, honey. Thank you for joining me. Cuz Leonie Denton, blessed Sunday to you, love. I hope me and Cuz Leonie up in Ireland I listen to it, cuz yeah. Thank you for being here, honey. I appreciate y'all so very much. Patrick Evans, wagwan, bro. Good evening to you, darling. Thank you for joining me. Les Brown, Mr. Les, how you doing up there in the northern section of the country, of the world? Open and on a snow or not. Me here says snow up there. But stay warm. Thank you for being here, darling. I appreciate you so very much. Sophia Hall, good afternoon, darling. Thank you for being here. Deb, hey, darling. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so very much. Yes, my dearest people, Miss say, Jamaica can be like Burkina Faso and Singapore. The only difference between Jamaica, Burkina Faso, and Singapore is that Jamaica have a dog, crooked, corrupt crime minister, the prime minister, and his minions. And they are running Jamaica into the damn ground. They are running Jamaica into the ground. And we have to stop them. We have to stop him. Can't make this man continue to do this. Me said Jamaica is teetering off the brink. One little nudge and off the precipice it go, and Jamaica will be no more. We have to get the crime, the corruption under control. And who figure prison got prison. Me no business about no friend and Kumbolo. If you're not there for the betterment of Jamaica and her citizens, then you need to come out. You need to go away. And any thief or your thief taxpayer money and should be in a one or 28 or 30 bank accounts. You need all those funds need to be seized and give back to the taxpayers' coffers, and your backside need to go to prison. Any money where you siphon out, how can you imagine? Your prime minister, big man, top man of your country, ruler of the country, take money out of your country and go and put money in an offshore account and pay taxes to another country while for your country where you live, born and raised and live in a not get none of your tax money. How the hell where they do that at? They do that at. I know you up here a fight. You a fight Integrity Commission and have claim in a court one judge for tell Integrity Commission say the part of the act were giving you authority to question my whatever, my assets and how me get them assets and how me get so much assets with according to the salary what me make. You want court to strike that out of the law? Ninja, please. If you didn't have nothing to hide, you would not have run up, gone to court, gone talk shit about your personal affairs. Sir, if you did not realize it and know it, you're a public official. You're not a privacy no more. You have no privacy. You're a public official. School board employee. All my crap is out there for the whole world to see. Public information. Public information. And I remember when that law first dropped, I was with another school district and everybody was upset and pissed that their name show up in news, their name, their job title, and them salary. What difference does it make? I could care less. A taxpayer money that pay me, and I am a tax-paying person. What I'm going to do? What is anybody going to do when they find out how much I'm making according to my job title and my job description? What difference does it make? You can't come take the job from me because I am fully, thoroughly qualified for my job and my salary that I am making. So it don't matter. It does not matter. The President of the United States of America, everybody know how much he make in salary and in perks. What are you going to do? When you find that out, what are you going to do? Go up there and say, no, he can't have the job. He make too much money. Me must get that job. Yeah, right. So this old crooked crowbait I talk about, it's his personal business. Personal business, my backside. Sir, you are a public official. You're not in a personal business when you're in public office. You have none. None whatsoever. Especially when it comes to your finances and people want to, the proper authorities want to make sure checks and balances are in place and you're not having an excessive amount of making an excessive amount of money that don't correlate with the salary for your job or even the salary plus perks. Your salary plus perks, okay, throw out a number, $10 million a year. Salary plus perks, $10 million a year. But yet you have assets and money in the bank of 250 million. Where the rest of it come from? If you have businesses on the side, you're supposed to declare those as well, sir. If you did not know, John Crow, so they can decide and figure out, say, okay, everything cool because he make this from salary and perks and he make this from him outside business. It's like filing taxes. You have to declare all your assets, John Crow. So We are come talk about say it's your private business. I don't know who the hell blows smoke up your backside and telling you that crap and you sucking it up and snorting it up and believing it. No, it not go so. It not go so. May I tell you, my wonderful people that have joined me recently. Real sweet. Thank you for joining me, darling. I appreciate you very much. Daisy Jerk World. Manners and respect, my friend. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so very much. Norman Ferguson, good evening, darling. Bless up yourself, family. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me on this your wonderful Sunday afternoon, evening, or wherever you are from this, joining me from on this here Sunday day here. Yeah. So, listen, man, I'm going to play the last part of the video again for hear and understand how a president or prime minister of a country that cares about their country and their citizens, what they do for them so they can do for themselves. This is Ibrahim Traore from
part of
Burkina
Traore's
Faso.
2024 goal is to achieve food self-sufficiency. To achieve this goal, his administration has left no stone unturned, launching 2 major agricultural programs in 2023 called the Agricultural Offensive Operation and the Presidential Initiative for Food Self-Sufficiency. In February 2024, the Traore government launched an African Development Bank-backed project to strengthen the country's food security amid the impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The African Development Bank Group provided $38.4 million to support the project. The project was named the Burkina Faso Emergency Project to increase agricultural production. It also plans to provide nearly 9,000 tons of certified climate-adapted seeds to 330,000 farmers to increase production of maize, rice, soybeans, cowpeas, sorghum, and wheat. The implementation of the program is expected to increase the country's rice production by 430,000 tons and maize production by 707,000 tons, as well as increase yields of other crops. Interestingly, the project complements the agro-pastoral offensive launched last year. In March 2024, Traore distributed more than 78 billion CFA francs worth of equipment and agricultural inputs to local producers to improve agricultural productivity in Burkina Faso. The distribution of farm equipment to local producers is part of the government's efforts to promote food self-sufficiency and strengthen the agriculture, livestock, and fisheries sectors. Under Traore's leadership, a significant increase in support for agriculture, livestock, and livestock producers for 2024 was announced. President Traore highlighted the significant increase in funding, saying that the equipment and fertilizer provided this year far exceeds previous allocations. This year, we will provide twice as much equipment compared to 2023 and more than 5 times the average distribution of the past 5 years. Similarly, about 68,900 tons have been allocated for the supply of chemical fertilizers, more than double the amount distributed in 2023, and more than 5 times the average of the past 5 years, he said. The equipment includes 400 tractors, 230 tillers, and 700 motor pumps. In addition, 70,000 motorcycles have been purchased for agricultural agents tasked with providing assistance to farmers. The government also provided agricultural inputs, including 10,000 tons of fish feed, 68,000 tons of fertilizer, 10,000 liters of pesticide products, 18,000 tons of plant seeds, 2,300 tons of feed seeds, and 10,000 tons of concentrated feed. President Traore continued.
Okay. President Traore wants and is acting on the best interests of his country and citizens. And the people are rallying behind him. The people are rallying behind the man because he's showing them, say, we can do better and we can do all of the things that we've been relying on Western countries for. We can do it ourselves. Look at the tomato processing plant. They built their own because they were depending on tomato paste from Italy and all over the world. And they say, hold on. The problem we're having is we don't have a plan to process our own tomatoes and preserve our own tomatoes. So we are sell our tomato, our excess amount of tomato for little and nothing. When we can build our plant, process our own tomatoes, and have our own tomato paste and tomato sauce to export. Where the hell have we seen anything like this in Jamaica? Jamaica's export has gone down to zero, if you ask me. Zero. Because now we have all these freaking parliamentarians have import license to import food and crappy food and shit all over into the country. Stuff that is full of GMO that's making all of us sick. People who live them life up until how much age started, never sick in their life, and all of a sudden they can't get their organically grown food at Jamaica for buy no more. They might buy what they see in a supermarket from Mr. Chin and buy genetically modified foods in a market from the market vendors who go buy it from Mr. Chin, and all of a sudden people are get sick. And it's like nobody wanted to correlate the two, the sickness and the imported food, the imported bad food. Nobody wants to do that correlation because that would mess up the bottom line of the freaking parliamentarians that have import license. Who the backside import chicken? Come at Jamaica. Big fat chicken, then the chicken breast them bigger than for me to rotted, and I am no teacup, let me tell you. The chicken breast them were coming from the chicken where import at Jamaica bigger than for me. Bigger than plenty people. And no one tell me so we must say, oh, it's just they feed the chicken them good and they fat. Hell no. Fish. Fish what people used to fish in a river to rotted. They contaminate the blasted river. And fish are dead left, right, and center. People can't get for good fishing again for ply them wares to make a living. Them have to rely upon fish was coming in upon ice. What is frozen, thawed, and refrozen, and thawed again, and refrozen again for coming to sell people. And that the nonsense people are buy and they get sick from it. You see and hear how much tractors, tillers, and motorcycle Ibrahim Traore buy for the people of Burkina Faso to farm. How many seeds they farm to be self-sustaining and have food security. When's the last time anybody hear any one of the Jamaican politician them encouraging Jamaican people to farm? When was the last time? Them not gonna do that because that will mess up for them money coming in from them importing all the nasty garbage food from all boats. Them not encourage nobody to go farm. And people, I beg you, I implore you, if it's 2 pepper seed, plant 2 pepper seed and squeeze 1 little tomato seed out of 1 tomato, one regular size beefsteak tomato or cowboy tomato or Roma tomato or whatever you want to call it. Squeeze out the seed, them dropping on the side on the yard and on the backyard. Watch them, let them grow. And when they grow and you have fruits and vegetables, harvest them and replant. Me tell you, say, me have 1 bulb of ginger what was growing. And I put it in a pot on my patio. And if something start grow and the tree start get taller, I'm going to take it out of the pot or put it outside in the dirt, and left it there, literally ignored it. I kept watching it, but mostly ignoring it. I must say, I am a member of a garden group, and I was talking to our sister, my soil sisters, we call them. And one lady planted her ginger and she pulled it up and showed pictures of hers, little pieces of ginger, decent size. But me say, rotted. My ginger plant still on outside or something. I have to pull it up. And I didn't get a chance to dig it up till today when our maintenance guys was walking around fixing our sprinklers. And I said, oh, them have shovel. Me have a shovel, But me just everything get caught into everything. So and I never got a chance to go out there and dig it up. And I'm glad he was here because it grew deep down into the ground. Me say if you see the amount of ginger will come off of the one plant, the one bulb of my plant. So there is another option, ginger, turmeric. Me have turmeric plants right now on my patio. Me just pull up because the leaves are starting to yellow. Me pull them up. If you see the amount of turmeric I have, like I replant one bulb of ginger and one bulb of turmeric. But me have ginger pan one big old plastic tub lid on the patio now. They dry out. Not quite clean up all of it yet because it have plenty roots. But that's another option. Ginger, turmeric. Me say me have pineapple that grow up on my patio. Me have aloe vera, think a Bible. Me have leaf of life I grow outside. If you see the leaf of life out there, when I'm ready, I'm going to pick 2 leaf care, come in, come boil tea, drink. We can do this, people, and not one freaking politician is encouraging anybody in Jamaica to farm. The only time you hear anybody come talk about farming, especially that little numbskull Floyd Green, is when they look and beg vote. And they come chatting mouth full of shit. Let me tell you something, people from St. Elizabeth. Don't forget Hurricane Beryl, Do not forget. Because I know say whole heap of still suffer with no help from government. Hurricane Beryl blow through, devastated St. Elizabeth, and that John Crow, who's the MP, he waited 7 freaking weeks before that son of a bitch come with a ice truck and give out bag of ice. What the frick is that bag of ice going to do for somebody that have no electricity for 7 weeks? What the hell is a bag of ice going to do for somebody that have no food in their house? No money for buying a food? Because light gone, then can't go work. They now have no money for buying a food, for put in a house, for put in a fridge. 1 bag of freaking ice. Me say if you know one thing you say, I tell him to take that bag of ice and clot him in the side and backside head. Tell him to go put that blasted bag of ice where the sun don't shine. You don't want electricity, you don't want help to put back on a roof on a house. You don't want help to get the put back window in on a house or hurricane shot on a window, on a window left in on a house. When in on a roof on a house, every time rainfall from July 3rd till God knows when, in August or September, and someplace rain still a fall. On a roof on a house, and this blasted jackass come with a bag of ice. Sir, take your bag of ice and put it where the sun don't shine. You blasted donkey. My God, Jesus have mercy. Boy, I say the people that make me vex to rotted. They make me vex to an extreme. Let me just heal up some more of my wonderful people that join me here. You see, Abina Sarko, the blessings, darling. Thank you for joining me. I have to give you a call too. Sharon Bernard, hey darling, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Joan Bailey, hey darling, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so very much. June Plum 26, darling, how you do? How you do? Jamaica is going to be another Haiti. Well, at the rate at which it's going, it's not far off, honey. It's not far off. And Norman, yes, they absolutely not even talk about food security. Them no business. The junk for them no business because them can't send come America get for them food what them want. And to hell with all the poor people that want to know where to plant nothing or don't have next to their house or behind their house, or even if they rent a room in a house and the yard have space, they can plant 2 tomato and 2 sweet pepper and something, scallion or something. No government official is talking to people about food security, about grow what you eat and eat what you grow. Nobody not talk. Nobody not mentioning that at all. Good afternoon, Marcia Thomas, my darling. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Blessings to you too, love. I appreciate you very much. Really and truly. Did I miss anybody? V12 Sky FX. You're happy to see more people across the world who know this guy. Listen, Ibrahim Traore is coming up, because he is just boosting up his people to help build their country. They have the capability and they can do it, and they are doing it. And that's what I say. Jamaica have the same capability, you know. Jamaica have the same capability. We have the soil, the fertile soil to rot. It's as if you sneeze and you're gonna eat tomatoes swallow yet and it come out your nose and you sneeze it and grow. 2 tools, next thing you know, you see tomato plant grow. If you sneeze, Jamaica soil, fertile soil can grow things. Rice, corn, wheat, Irish potato, sweet yam. Oh my God. I want a piece of yam head, you know. I want a little piece of yam to put in one pot. A piece of yellow yam. But me not buy yellow yam because them the yellow yam price so them have in a store, yeah, they high like a cost of living or high like a me know that. You can do without it for a while. Me go find somewhere else to go buy it. It's a little cheaper. And hopefully me get one little eye and keep it. See if me can keep it and make it grow. Because me can grow things. Me can grow things. Oh, me tell you, so me have the aloe, think of Bible. Me have one pineapple plant to grow just from the top of the head of a pineapple. Me have me leaf of life spread out outside like lawn cover. Me have the ginger, I me just reap today. I'm gonna replant the ginger. Me have the turmeric, I'm gonna reap today. I'm gonna replant turmeric. Me did have some sweet potato grow outside, but the blasted dirty big eye rabbit come and yam up all underneath them. And then they compose and look at me like if to say me I am my friend. But anyway, I'm gonna get more sweet potato for plant. This time I'm gonna put it in a pot inside on the patio so the little facey dirty rabbit can't come. Although friends it yam a sweet potato. I'm gonna see it around here now. Maybe somebody catch it and had rabbit stew. Anyway, my lovely people, I thank you all so very much for joining me. I appreciate y'all so very much. Hey, wanna like up the live? Like up the live, my darling people, please and thank you. Like up the live. Click the like button right below. You know, if you're in the chat room, you see that X to the right, the top right of the screen there. Just tap on that X and it'll bring you back out to the before you get in the chat room. And you see my picture on the left there, that thumbs up button, just tap on it one time. That's all you need to do. Hit it one time. And then if you want to, you know, I would appreciate if you'd share the live too, my lovelies. And subscribe by all means. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to the subscribe button that says all so that, you know, each time I come out here, if I come make a little noise, oh no, we get the notification and so you guys can just jump on and hang out with me for a little bit. All right. I thank you all so very much again for being here with me. Like the live, share the live, and subscribe to the platform. Because I'm still in the incubator stage, you know. I'm still in the incubator stage. I'm going to try to roll out of the incubator into the bassinet. So hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a family member, share it to as many people as you can share it to, and let them know that Debbie Jervis, blaze fair little fire too, you know, because we all want a better Jamaica and we have to fight for a better Jamaica. And how we do that is by voting. First, you register to vote and then you vote and vote out these dirty criminals what they hamper we country. Vote out them backside and whoever come in a power, make them know say you're not take no chickini business from them. This same bullcrap not going to continue. Whatever you come as campaign promise, you better come clean with it and come full and clear. You talk about, we don't want to hear nothing more about road and water now. That is just there to be fixed, period. Don't come with no campaign promise about fixing road and getting water, running water in a yard. No, that is an automatic thing that should already be done. Come with crime plan, crime reduction plan, come with better education system, come with a better healthcare system. And when I say come with better, I mean, do things. Get this ball rolling and show so we can see, say, oh yes, them a push for this and them doing that and they started doing this and them have to continue it and they want to continue it. So we can vote for them so they can continue it. Anyhow, I want to vote for them, they start something, I want to vote for them to give them the time to finish it and then I'll do it. Up their backside go. Out they go. Them can't stay in there because them essentially what they do is lie to me. And there's too many lies going on now. We can't take it no more. We can't take it no more. All right, my lovely people. Thank you so much again, y'all, for joining me. I appreciate y'all so very much. Me say me love one, you know. Me love one like sweet potato pudding. I me love sweet potato pudding. Yes, man. I'm going to post a picture of my ginger, the reaping of my ginger from a one ginger tree from my Facebook page. It's a lot. When you see it, it's not completely cleaned up. It has lots of roots on it still. But yeah, I wash them off. And then I have some big chunks. Big chunks. But my lovely people, thank you again for joining me. I appreciate y'all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On a walk good year. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I think Producer Wayne is supposed to come up next. So I'm going to just walk on over to Producer Wayne Global TV there, yeah? All right. Thank y'all so very much for joining me. I appreciate y'all so very much. Monica Wills, thank you, love, for being here. Have a wonderful evening, darling. Thank you, thank you. And anybody else, if I missed you, I am so sorry. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all so very much. All right. Walk good, people. Peace and love. Love and peace. One perfect love, my Jamaican family. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you again. Good night. No, see you on the over Producer Wayne in a little bit.